This took me 30 days. I gave myself 1 month to learn butterfly knife tricks, and I'll show you every step I took so that you can learn it as fast as possible. First, let me explain to you what a butterfly knife is. There is a bite handle, a safe handle, and the blade. They are supposed to be a weapon, but most people tend to use them for learning crazy tricks and impress their gang members. Most of the tricks are really dangerous with a sharp blade, and I recommend you buy a trainer knife, which has no sharp edges on the blade. And if you think they don't hurt, you're wrong. But now the question is, how do you actually learn these skills? Well, I'm gonna show you how I did it, and I'm gonna explain. For the first trick, I recommend you try a basic open, and I'm gonna show you the easiest one. In theory, all you have to do is to hold the knife by the safe handle, then flip it over the back of your hand, then flip the blade back on top of your fingers, open your thumb, and flip it back in your hands. There are many ways to open the knife, but this is the most basic one. At the beginning, I struggled a lot to have the movement clean, and after a while I could even close my eyes and do it every time. After I got this down, I wanted to go straight to the hard combos, but I realized I would need to learn basic movements in order to go to more advanced tricks. I decided to start with the fan. Basically, try to do a helicopter with the blade by opening the knife like before, with the handle and blade against the back of your hand, then initiate a rotation with the flick of your wrist, and at that point, all you need to do is to keep the momentum by twisting the knife with your fingertips. And also, keep your hand slightly open and continue the wrist movement so that it can rotate in your hand. Inertia is gonna keep the blade in the right position. It took me quite a few tries because you need to keep the rhythm, but after a while it's not that hard anymore. For the next movement, you can also try the aerial. This one, you just need to start like the basic open, throw it in the air and catch it. The hard part is to grab the knife with the same handle and time it correctly to catch it after 1 or more full rotations. This trick would be very dangerous to learn with a real sharp blade. Even like this, it can hurt if you don't catch it correctly. But the best basic movement in my opinion is to flip the knife around your fingers. This is what looks the best and also allows you to do many combinations. I recommend you start by flipping the knife around your thumb. To do that, we'll start with a closed knife, but this time we are gonna grab it in reverse. Now hold it with your thumb and index finger and throw it backwards around your thumb. At the beginning I made it fly around because it's really hard to figure out how to make it come back with the right speed. But once you can find the perfect wrist movement, all that's left is to catch the knife with the handle. This one took me a few hours to get right. And I was actually wondering if I would manage to do it consistently, but yes, this one also I could do it, it's just a matter of training. We can now connect them together and actually have something really cool looking. But before that, I wanted to share one more bonus trick because I learned it while I was doing my 30-day challenge and I think it's pretty cool looking, so I'm gonna teach you. Because this one, the blade seems to be floating around your finger without you having to hold it ever. And all you need to do is to put your finger in between the blade and the handle and start pushing up against the handle and the blade, but just push a little bit more against the handle. And now just make a circle with your fingers and rotate the knife. The smaller the circle and the faster your knife is gonna go. And with a constant precise rotation and the weight balance of the knife, it will just stick to your finger. I learned this trick in 1 day, but I still have room for improvement, of course. Alright, now time to combine everything. Combining everything to make cool looking tricks took me a few weeks, helped me a lot to improve quickly and handle the blade in any situations. Like for example, opening the knife, flipping it once around my index finger, then my thumb, and close it. And for that I had to drop the knife many times, because all the combinations have to be done correctly and with a stable movement to keep the momentum going. You can start this combination by doing it slowly at first in order to get an understanding of it, but of course it looks way better when you can do it almost like it's one motion and basically have no hard breaks. And of course there are many combinations and tricks that you can learn, but I'd recommend you watch specific tutorials for the ones you like most. Once you are here, you can also improvise like I did. But during these 30 days, there was one trick that I really wanted to learn, and it's called the helix. But not only that, I wanted to make my own combo by combining the helix with other stuff that I learned. And to understand how hard that is, I'm gonna describe a helix. For a helix, you need to start with a thumb rollover, then open your index finger facing downward and throw the handle around it. Grab the handle with your thumb and make the knife rotate around your thumb. And then you have to finish like a basic open. Alright, that's it for the helix, but I combined it with other moves that I learned, and I practiced this one for the last entire week, and at the end of the 30 days, I finally got it, and here is how it looks.